Hey, you want to sit up? There we go. He's in the picture. You can move over a little bit if you want to.
Would you give up Breeze and Samuel for Sutton and Drexel?
I might give up Breeze for anything right now because he hasn't been doing well.
So you don't like Breeze no more?
He's disappointed me. I'll tell you that much.
You got him?
Yeah, I got him in my fantasy.
He was all right last week.
What's going on? I don't want to do this right now. All right, here we go. All right, so we're live. Let me hit this. Make sure I can see shit. We're live. We are live. We are live. Boom. Okay. How do I make this big? That's what she said. Alright. So I should be able to see comments over there. Alright. Okay. Alright. Let's do this. Or did it go off? Did it go off? It went off. There we go. What's going on, everybody? We are back. We are back. We are back. Black and White Just Sports. I'm Pat.
I'm Dante.
We're here with our latest episode. Yeah, I had a brain fart there, but yeah, we're here with the latest episode. Really quickly, if you're on Facebook, go join the group, go follow the page, support us there. If you're on Instagram, go follow us on Instagram, Black and White Just Sports. If you're on Twitter, BNW Just Sports, go follow us on Twitter. Of course, as I say every week, go to YouTube, subscribe. We need subscribers on YouTube. Go watch some old episodes and the latest episodes. Like us, share us, all that good shit. We need the support. If you listen to podcasts, we're on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Castbox, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and Stitcher. If you listen to any of those podcast platforms, check us out there too while you're at work, while you're driving to work, while you're chilling, while you're at the gym on a treadmill, whatever. Check us out. With that being said, we are going to get into today's episode. Anything you want to say?
Let's get it, people.
That heat hat's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
You might have to take it off. You might have to let me get that hat though. Okay. I feel like I'm missing something. I wanted to say something. Oh yeah, I was feeling real tropical. You see the shirt? Mm-hmm.
Tropical?
Try to flex a little bit on y'all.
Man,
it's Hawaiian. It's a Hawaiian shirt. You see the shades out here?
Just don't get chubby, man.
Nah, man, I've actually lost weight since what is this month? Since November, since the month of November began, I lost weight. So, bam, I ain't getting chubby. You're getting a little bit chubby. You might want to watch that, sir.
Man.
But all right, let's jump into it. So, I guess we'll start off with Colin Kaepernick. That was one of the biggest stories this past week. The NFL was holding a workout for him down in Atlanta at the Falcons Stadium. I think it was reported like 27 teams, somewhere around that area, were supposed to be there in attendance to watch him practice. And an hour before this was scheduled to take off, he says, no, I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to go about an hour away, 45 minutes away to this high school. I'm going to do it there. Y'all come meet me there. I think only 7 teams ended up showing up once he moved it. He's got the Eagles, the Chiefs, the Redskins, the Jets, Titans, 49ers, and the Lions, I think, were the only teams that showed up at that point. And he caught a lot of backlash from this. A lot of people were mad. They said he had the opportunity to get back in the league, and he blew it. People are saying he doesn't really want to play football no more because if he did, he would have been there. Then there's others that were like, he did what he had to do because the NFL was trying to do some sneaky stuff.
It was.
I looked into it, and I think the biggest takeaway that I got from it is that his camp, his lawyers looked into the waiver that the NFL wanted him to sign, and it ended up having some language in there that they weren't comfortable with. Some people were saying that the language that was in there was basically, how do I need to put this? Basically, freeing the NFL of any wrongdoing in the blackballing situation of him when he protested to get him out of the league and nobody signed him. So someone was saying that that's kind of how the language was made, that any wrongdoing by the NFL would basically just be forgiven or not brought up anymore. And he ended up not signing it, which...
Can you blame him?
I can't blame him at all. I would never do that because...
Signing his rights away, basically.
Yeah, absolutely. Basically signing his rights away as an employee with the NFL because, you know, the man peacefully protested, whether you agree with it or don't agree with it. I mean, that's your choice. I'm not going to jump into that because at this point, nobody's going to change their mind.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody's set in their ways and set in their opinion. So, with that being said, you know, he protested peacefully. A lot of people didn't like it. A lot of people supported it. You know, it was split down the middle. And because of his protesting, the NFL basically kicked him out of the league. He opted out of his contract with the 49ers, and then nobody signed him. And then you got people going down these quarterbacks, and you got these backups that are just, like, completely trash that, you know, are playing. And everyone's like, well, why isn't Colin signed? Colin could be here. He could be there. And honestly, he probably could have, but it didn't. But then, like I said, so the workout comes, he doesn't go, he holds his own workout, talks to the media afterwards, says he wants to play, sign him. And outside of all of the drama, I'll tell you from the videos I saw, he didn't look that great. I mean, of course, it's just it's just in some a shirt and some shorts, and you're throwing to wide open people, but it's the throws that I saw in a couple videos I saw just didn't look that great. I've never been, I don't want to say a supporter or fan, but I never thought that Colin Kaepernick was that good of a quarterback. Even in their heyday with the 49ers and them getting to the Super Bowl,
I think NFC championship games.
I think Harbaugh was a big reasoning for that. I think he was a great coach, and then absolutely the defense was the main reason they got there. They had some monsters on that team.
Linebackers. Sherman was in his prime.
They had Sherman.
Richard Sherman was on San Francisco then. Richard Sherman, like 2 or 3 linebackers, that was a problem.
Yeah, the one dude ended up getting injured and he retired.
Yeah, I remember him.
Let's see. They got that roster real quick. Damn it. That's why you don't deal with Wikipedia. They'll just give you the entire
you should have typed in the year.
I don't remember what year that was. 2012 will go Super Bowl. 2012. That's when they lost to the Ravens. That's who they played, the Ravens, right? I believe that's who they were.
No, they played the Patriots.
I thought it was the Ravens. Because that's when the lights went out and shit. And they was up and the Ravens came
yeah.
Alright, let's see if they got roster. So, yeah, Alex Smith went down and... Well, he was back up at that point.
Yeah, go down in defense.
They had Frank Gore.
Yeah, Justin Smith, yeah.
Crabtree.
Yeah.
Vernon Davis in his heyday. The defense. Let's see.
Patrick Willis.
Yeah, Patrick Willis was a monster.
Dante Whitner.
Dante Whitner.
Navarro Bowman. They had a squad, man.
Is this the right one? Because I don't see.
Yeah, that's the right one. Richard Sherman.
Where you see Richard Sherman?
Richard Sherman was on that team.
That's what I'm saying. He's not showing. This might not be the right roster. Wait, hold on. Here's the roster.
Because he's the one who caught the interception.
Is that when they had Ted Ginn? Was he on there at that point?
Yeah, San Francisco he was, yeah.
I know he was on the Niners. Is this the right squad? Sherman was not a 49er then. Cause no, he was the Seahawks. I don't know why I'm.
I'm looking, man.
Thank you.
Who said you? Oh, I thought somebody.
Yeah, someone said it. It was Mr. Brown right there. Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know why we was thinking. He on San Francisco now. Yeah.
Damn, what was that team? Was it 2012 when they went to the Super Bowl?
Somewhere around there.
Either way,
he went to the Super Bowl, man.
So I think that defense was what it was: playoff, divisional, won NFC championships, lost the Super Bowl to Ravens. Yeah. Do they got the roster here? There we go. think is this the roster? No, this is the draft. Staff, I don't care what the staff. Final roster, there we go. So, Justin Smith was a beast. Let's see. Where's the linebackers were?
They linebackers was retarded. Bowman,
Lamont
Willis.
Brooks, Adon Smith.
Yeah,
Patrick
Aldon
Willis.
Smith and Patrick Willis. Yep, there was the three. Aldon, Willis, and NaVorro Bowman.
The backs.
Then they had Dante Whitner.
Was he there? Yeah, Dante Whitner was still there. Spillman was nice. Cornerbacks.
Terrell
Culliver.
Brown was cool.
Yeah, Brown. So yeah.
Yeah, they had
So,
a squad.
so the
man.
defense kind of led them. I never thought that Colin Kaepernick was that great of a
I can't
quarterback.
believe you dissing him, man.
I mean, I'm not dissing him. I just who was I talking about the other day that I can't remember, but I don't think he was that great, man. Like he got the job done. Don't get me wrong, but I don't think he was. I don't think he was like top 10 even at that point. I think
You don't think so?
I think he got what he done. Let's see. Career-wise, he's a 59% completion rating. He's got 12,000 yards, 72 interceptions, 30 interceptions. 72 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. I mean, so his touchdown to interception ratio is good. The completion percentages, it's all right. 12,000 yards. How many years did he even play?
He played with like 7 years, something like that.
Probably somewhere around there. Let's see. He was in the league since 2011. He started playing in 2012. So, shit, the team got to the Super Bowl when he took over, when Alex Smith went down. Or did he play? No, he played some in 2011. I think that's when Alex Smith went down. Is that today?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. But yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I don't disagree with Colin Kaepernick, man. Listen, if you feel things are fishy, don't go through it. If you think that, if I see something I don't like, I'm not gonna go ahead and go through with it. There was other aspects that they were talking about. He didn't know who the receivers were gonna be and things of that nature. Honestly, that part is just kind of tic-tac at that point. Like, you go into a job interview, you know what to expect, but you don't know everything that they're gonna ask. You don't know all the aspects to the job interview. So basically, this was his job interview. Take it or leave it. But with that waiver, if it was what it was, where they're talking about, what we did in the past, we're just gonna kind of push it to the side. Let's forget about it.
Right.
Then of course, don't sign and go do your own thing. I mean, he still held the workout. He still had receivers. He still threw the ball.
Right.
I mean, his arm is strong. He always
His
had
arm is
strong
strong as hell, right.
I just don't think the passes he threw were great. I mean, even deep balls just kind of looked like a little bit of lame ducks, honestly. They just kind of floated to the receiver. But like I said, I never thought he was that great of a quarterback. I thought he was pretty decent, but nothing great. So I don't think he is going to get signed. I think the NFL used this as a platform of like, listen, we gave Colin Kaepernick the chance.
Right.
That's all he needed. And that's all he needed. And then now look at he didn't even take it. So what else do you want us to do? So it's kind of
a way to cover the
I feel like this is basically an out for the NFL.
Yep.
Listen, we tried. We gave him a chance. He didn't come. He didn't want to do it. What else do you want us to do?
Did you really give him a chance?
Even honestly, if he went through with the NFL workout, I honestly think it was just another ploy to say, hey, we gave the man a tryout. We gave him a chance. All these teams showed up and watched, and they just weren't interested. What else do you want us to do? So either way, I think it was a lose-lose for him. I don't think he was going to get signed either way. And it is what it is, unfortunately. I think he's continuing to get blackballed. Luckily, he got that settlement a year or two ago from the NFL in court. So, I mean, he got some money out of him at least. But, yeah, I don't think he's getting signed. And
I hope he gets signed.
This definitely won't help him in any shape or form to get back to the NFL.
You just mean.
The thing that kills me is, like, I was watching First Take, and we got people like Stephen A. Smith, like, man, I keep giving Colin this platform to come talk, and a whole hour or 2 hours worth and talk and get your stuff out there and say what you want, and he won't show or he won't talk to the media. I'm like, just because this man doesn't want to be like a puppet and just be out there in the limelight for you guys to pick and prod at because of the situation, doesn't mean he doesn't want to play football anymore. I think he said it. I mean, I'm going to take the man for his word. It came straight from the man's mouth. I want to play. I'm ready to play. I've been ready for 3 years. Let's get this going. He said it. He doesn't need to go talk to the media. He doesn't need to be in the press. He doesn't need to do interviews. He did his tryout. He did a workout. I mean, he's shown in the past he can get the job done. I'm sure he's better than a lot of these backup quarterbacks, especially from what I've seen the past year or two when people have gone down and the backups look like trash. So, I mean, either you're going to sign him or you're not. I mean, you sign him, of course, it seems like it's still going to be that stigma of everything that he's done in the past is going to come along with it, the protest and this, that, and the third. So that's why I don't think he's going to get signed. I think he's just, it is what it is, unfortunately, at this point. And I think his NFL career has been done for now 3 years, and it will not, be reignited. He's not getting back in the NFL. That's my take.
Can't believe you going there with it, man.
I mean, it's not going there with it. It's just, in my opinion, I don't think he's going to get signed. I don't think any team is going to take that chance. I don't think any team wants him on the roster. I don't think these owners. I mean, there's been so many owners and so many players that are, if he was on my team and he knelt, I'd punch him in the face, or I would get rid of him. He would have been cut and all this crap.
Who said that?
People have said it in the past when all this started going down. There's players that are talking about, if someone on my team didn't stand up, that we'd be, working in the locker room. Or Jerry Jones, Jerry Jones, everyone's gonna toe the line and stand and all that crap. So, I mean, it's a free country, man. This guy has literally done nothing wrong. He's not been a problem. He's not been a criminal. He hasn't done anything wrong as far as substance abuse.
Model citizen.
Model player in the NFL. But then you get, no knock against him. Someone like Kareem Hunt, who had the incident where he pushed and kicked a girl, and he's back in the league. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. The NFL is real finicky and it's real questionable. I mean, you don't mind people beating on their wives or, doing drugs, even shit. What the fuck was his name? Excuse my language. Dante Stallworth literally killed somebody with a car while being drunk, settled in court to give the family money, and was back in the league. So, I mean, come on now.
With the Browns.
You had Ray Lewis where he had his incident. Marvin Harrison, they were talking about he shot somebody or what it was back then.
Marvin Harrison was perfect.
I mean, you got all these people that have done wrong and that have literally been found guilty of being bad, and they're back in the league. But Colin Kaepernick won't get a chance, and it's unfortunate, but that's the reality we live in. So. Like I said, watching the videos of him working out, the arm didn't look incredible. The accuracy wasn't incredible. But he worked out, and I think he's better than a lot of backups. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? But I don't think he's going to get signed. The NFL can now push forward, especially with the media. Everyone getting mad at Colin. And even Jay-Z, I think, was reported that he was disappointed. Colin Kaepernick didn't show up. And whatever, Jay-Z kiss these grits.
Jay-Z got him a workout. I hope you know that's why.
Maybe not. I mean, the NFL.
You don't think Jay-Z?
It was reported that Jay-Z was a part of getting him a workout, but if Jay-Z had that much influence or really cared, look into it more and make sure everything, all the T's are crossed, all the I's are dotted. I mean, Jay-Z honestly
can't do everything. He's just putting his foot in the door because he's Jay-Z.
Jay-Z could be a puppet for the NFL at this point.
No, he's not a puppet. He's a billionaire.
I mean, the billionaire doesn't mean that you're not a puppet for a corporation. A giant of a corporation, one of the biggest, probably the biggest sport in America as far as the fan base and the ratings and all that.
What Jay-Z say? I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman.
Mm-hmm. And guess what? Colin Kaepernick still won't be in the league.
You were a hater, man. I'm done with you.
Don't fall asleep again, or you're not going to be on.
I didn't fall asleep.
I'm just saying that.
I can't believe you.
Anybody that watched last week,
I did not fall asleep.
Saw me stare at Dante for about 30 seconds while he fell asleep on his couch. So he does that again. He won't be on the show.
It's a comfortable couch.
I'll have a special guest host with me next week if he doesn't act right and he falls asleep. Melo returned to the NFL.
Yes. Speaking of returns.
Speaking of mediocrity.
Love you, Melo, man. I hope Lala love you too.
Oh my goodness, you're just weird. But he came back. Who they played? The Pelicans. I think he had 10 points, 4 rebounds. I mean, good for him, you know.
No, you don't think that's much? And just don't.
I mean, your first game back in what was it, a year and a half or so at this point. Yeah, good for you. But I you know, listen. There's no hate in me. I have no hate for Melo.
Sound like you.
I'm disappointed
At
because
what?
I'm one of the biggest Knicks fans. If you know me, I'm a huge Knicks fan, and I thought him coming to New York was our road to the championship, or at least to the finals, and we had like 1-2 playoff appearances at the most, and it was just a huge disappointment. Especially as big of a star as Melo is,
yeah.
You know, the person that he's supposed to be on the team. He's supposed to be that guy on the team, the key factor on the team. And listen, the supporting cast around him wasn't nothing to like rave or rant about, but when you're a top 5 player in the league, you should be able to get that team somewhere.
I agree with that.
And he had, I think, 2 playoff appearances with New York. So he was a huge disappointment for me, and I was highly upset with his career as a New York Knick. But like I said, he's on to a new squad. I think it was 10 points. I'm going to try to bring it up here. Yeah, 10 points. He was 4 for 14. It's his first game back. I mean, he's not going to put up 30, so it is what it is. 23 minutes. I think that's about where he's going to be for the season. I don't think he's going to get... he was in an interview talking about they told me they want me to start at some point. I don't know how true that is.
He started.
Did he start that game?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he came off the bench. But 23 points, 23 minutes, 10 points. I mean, what more can you ask for the guy? So good for him. We'll see. I think did the Blazers win that game or did they lose? Where's the NBA schedule? You guys give me 1 second. And then they still lost.
Dame Lillard didn't play either.
Ah, man. So, I mean, the Trailblazers still lost to the Pelicans. The Pelicans are not a very good team at all, man.
They don't have Zion or Washington didn't play.
Who is Ball
Brandon Ingram didn't play. Lonzo didn't play. So they whole team didn't play.
Lonzo and Ingram are washed, man.
Ingram is killing this year. Have you seen his numbers?
Man, he had like 3 good games.
Dude, 3 good games? He's been good every single game. Look at his stats.
I'm about to bring his stats up. You say
he's averaging like 27 a game.
You say he didn't play last game. So I'm going to have to go back. Let me just bring up the Trailblazers. Did he play against the Spurs? No, what am I doing? I'm looking at the wrong team. Pelican, I don't know why I brought Trailblazers. New Orleans Pelicans. They lost. Oh no, they beat the Warriors. Need the Pelicans roster. So he didn't play against the Warriors. When's the last time this guy played? Did he play against the Heat when they lost? He didn't play against the Heat. I know I think he had some clots that they reported, but like, bro, he hasn't played the last 3 games.
Ingram,
yeah.
Man, look at his season stats.
What does that mean? They're 4 and 5.
No, said.
No, I'm sorry. They're 2 and 7.
No, you said he sucks. Look at his stats this season.
25 points the last game he played.
No, look at his stats for the season.
Getting there. Relax. 25 points. But how many games? He's only played 10 games.
25, 7-4, man.
How many games have they played?
12, 15.
Oh, well, no, that can't be right. Because if they're 2 and... Oh, that was a couple games ago. That's why.
You better get your...
Shut the call. Where they at now? 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Melo plays tonight, people. Tune in.
So he's been out for 4 games.
Please
so
tune in.
out of 14 games, he's played 10. So through 10 games, he's averaging 25. Wouldn't you say 7 and 6 or something like that? So I mean, good for Ingram, but that team ain't going nowhere, man. Team's a joke.
Who's a joke?
The Pelicans. You
Why
think they're a
you dissing
contender?
them, man?
Do you think
What
they're a
did they do to
contender?
you?
Do you think they're a contender?
I think they're a playoff team when everyone's healthy.
Nope, not this year.
You just a dissing, man.
I mean, their hole's gonna be too far to dig back up when Zion gets back, but they'll be lucky next year to make an 8th seed. So yeah, I mean, what else do you want to say about Melo? He came back, had 10 points in 23 minutes, 4 for 14. So not even 50% shooting, but like I said, he's been out for a while now. So he got what he got done.
It's mean, man.
You love Melo.
I do. That's my boy.
Never went nowhere with the Nuggets. Never went nowhere with the Knicks. Gets traded to the Thunder. They didn't do nothing. Goes to the Hawks. No. I think the Hawks and the Bulls cut him within like a day, which was crazy.
No day.
It was about literally a day. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Like I said, it can't hurt the Blazers at this point. I mean, I don't think the Blazers are that good. I never thought they were a real threat in the West. Right now, they are 5-10. They play the Bucks tonight.
Who?
The Blazers. We play Milwaukee. What is today? Thursday? It'll probably be on TNT. Is your boy Dame Lillard back? I don't know. Dame Dollar. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, Melo being on the Blazers can't hurt. I mean, it only helps. Even if he comes off and
forward bad and he can score.
Yeah, like I said, even if he's a 6 man, him and Rodney Hood can split time. And
by the end of the year, he'll be averaging 15.
If he do that, good for him, man.
The hater, man.
I didn't say he couldn't. I just say if he does, good for him.
You don't think he will, do you?
He should. I mean, especially if he comes off the bench, he's going to be the only scorer coming off that bench, so he better average 15. Man, we're in the line of denials right now. Kaepernick's probably going to get denied. Melo has been denied, and Jason, Myles Garrett, his appeal got denied. He's still on indefinite suspension. I didn't see much coming out of it. I mean, in the reports, he said Mason Rudolph used a racial slur. Definitely could have. I wouldn't put it past Mason Rudolph. He looks like a douchebag.
Yeah, he kind of do. I agree with that.
He had a written statement that he read off the paper in front of the media.
Rudolph?
Yeah. Was it yesterday or this morning? And then his lawyer jumps in that everything's false and blah, blah, blah. But, again, unfortunately, Myles Garrett, he won't be back this season. We'll see what they... Excuse me. We'll see what they do next season because he's gone this year. He's not coming back at all. Myles Garrett is gone. Still indefinite. They didn't even change it from indefinite. They didn't give him a set number of games. He's out indefinite. So right now, he's no longer employed with the NFL. So, we'll see. Will this fall into next year? I hope not. I think
is real sad.
I think what happened this year was unfortunate. I think he was wrong for swinging the helmet. I've said that many times. But I think it just needs to be the season. I don't think it needs to go any further than that. Bring him back for the preseason. I mean, honestly, if you want to take him out for the preseason, Nobody cares about preseason. Don't let him play preseason. But as far as next season goes, he needs to be playing. He doesn't need to go and be suspended in the next season. So that's my thoughts on that. Unfortunately, he's not coming back. The Browns, they got to move on, and we'll see what happens. They got the Dolphins this week. The Dolphins aren't good, but the Dolphins have been playing decent. They've been giving their opponents a run for the money lately, so we'll see what happens. They should still win. Which I don't understand also is fucking Pouncey got his games reduced from 3 to 2. How are you going to reduce Pouncey's suspension? This guy was punching, kicking, and all this. Myles Garrett. Leave his suspension as it is. I don't understand that. But again, the NFL is very finicky in how they rule on everything.
Very.
I don't understand the NFL. It is what it is. Unfortunately, like I said, Myles Garrett, he's gone all year. And possibly sometime in the next year. We don't know. He's still out indefinitely. They didn't give a set number of games, so we'll see what happens. So, I mean, other than that, I mean, there hasn't been much going on in sports. The NBA is still early. Lakers are balling. Celtics are balling. The Celtics lost to the Clippers last night. But it was a close game. I think they lost by like 3. That was a good game. I did hear Stephen A. Smith talking about Celtics, former Celtic Kyrie Irving. There's some rumblings that his attitude is just not good. Stephen A. reported that on First Take. I think it was today.
We need to leave that man alone. He's going to always get a job. He's Kyrie Irving.
I mean, listen, he's going to play as long as he wants to, but he's not playing right now. I mean, he's back on the bench again. His whole career, he's been injured, and he hasn't played, and he's chilling out on the bench. The Nets aren't going to go to the playoffs this year, I don't think. And we'll see. I mean, I don't think the Nets are going to get rid of him. Once
if you own the Knicks?
No. Once KD's back, I mean, they'll be a contender. We'll see what happens from there. They're both
in your 20s.
They're both kind of crybabies.
Oh, my God.
Both off the rocker a little bit.
They both can give you 50.
I mean, they both could probably give me 100, but I score at least 2.
No, not you. I'm saying the league.
The league? Yeah, they can get the league 50 at any time. It's just they're scorers. They're fucking assassins on the court as far as it goes as scoring. But you know, it is what it is. The league is into this whole minute restriction and load restriction. So players just aren't playing like they used to. It's pretty ridiculous. Pretty ridiculous. Cavs stink. They had a good start. Now they're like 4-10. They haven't won. I think they were 4-5 last week, and now they haven't. I don't think they've won since. So, unfortunately, that's what that is. Cavs stink. Cheers. Okay, JP. Cheers to you too. So, like I said, the sports world right now is kind of slow. Kaepernick was big. We talked about that. Myles Garrett was big last week. His appeal was denied. Right. We talked about that last week. Carmelo was the biggest news in the NBA. He had a decent going his debut game this year. So we're gonna get into the recap at this point. I think I took it last week. Did I? I did. 5-4-1 right now. I'm up on Dante. So let's get into the recap of the predictions from last week. Let me see. I'm pretty sure I beat Dante again just because I'm that much better at knowing sports than Dante. Where we at? Schedule. Nope, that's NBA. I can get rid of that. I can get rid of that. There we go. Okay. So, of course, the big game that ended up terribly was the Browns and Steelers. I think we discussed that because it was a Thursday night game. I think we went on like Friday or something like that. Oh my goodness. People, are you seeing this again?
This is ridiculous, man.
It is ridiculous. 2 weeks in a row, this man is falling asleep. Guess what? If you are watching, spread the news. I think I'm going to look for a special guest host next week because this man cannot stay up for the show. Submit your video application because
Don't submit nothing.
I'm going to put it out there on social media. This man has fallen asleep twice in 2 weeks on the show. This is not what we're trying to put out there, people. Put out your applications, a video application, and maybe I'll have a guest host next week
Access denied.
Instead of Sleepy Hollow over here.
That was a good one. I like that one.
Dante picked the Browns. He won. I had the Steelers. The Jets and Redskins, we both picked the Jets, and we were both right.
I can't believe. Oh, they would.
The Jags and Colts. You had the Jags. You were wrong. I had the Colts. I was right. We both went to Bills. They beat the Dolphins. Dolphins are terrible. We both hit the Cowboys. Cowboys didn't look spectacular. They kind of struggled against the Lions, who had a fucking backup quarterback and
Drexel was nice.
And a journeyman running back that just got signed and still put up some numbers. Let's see, the Texans, Ravens. You went with the Texans. I don't know why you did that.
So you ain't never picking against Lamar Jackson.
I'm not saying that, but I don't think the Texans are better than the Ravens. I was right.
Told you. Matt Ryan. They won't lose another game.
Got lucky with that bullcrap. We both picked the Saints. Buccaneers sucked. They should have won. Vikings lost to the Broncos.
No, they didn't.
Oh, no, they didn't.
You picked the Broncos.
No, I did not. We both picked the Vikings. We both picked the 49ers. This is a pretty decent game, man. The Cardinals.
That's a real good game.
Cardinals are not bad. I'll give it to them. Let's see. You went Patriots, and they won.
You picked the stupid Eagles.
I did pick the Eagles. We both picked the Raiders. The Raiders both won. The Rams both won. We both had the Rams. And we both had the Chiefs. The Chiefs.
Tied. We're tied. I'm head, man.
Oh, beat me by one game. 5-5-1 right now. Dante has come back. Dante is back in the fold, people. He was down, but he's not out yet. So this week, nobody said nothing after James. No, James said cheers. I said cheers to you, James. So tonight's game, let me wet my whistle. Tonight's game, the Colts versus Texans. I honestly think this is just a mediocre game, but whoever wins this game takes sole possession of the division. So let's see. Everyone's playing. Texans are at home. Both 6-4.
Come on, man.
I'm trying to, and I can't deal with your craziness every week. Who you going with? Colts, Texans. Who you want? Who do you want? Pick your pick. Pick your pick.
An easy Deshaun.
Oh, wow.
Over Brissett?
All right. For that, I'm going to go to the Colts.
So you like Brissett over Deshaun Watson?
Just because you picked him, just to be in spite of you.
Come on, man. I'm not. This ain't even a game. Just come on. Just don't even say nothing.
I mean, this next one is not a game?
Don't even say nothing, man. It's not a
game. Who are
game.
you picking?
The Browns.
Wow, that easy, huh?
Yeah, it's real that easy.
Browns are playing Dolphins. Dolphins are terrible. I will go with the Browns. Browns are at home. Their defense is going to hurt, of course. Ogunjobi and Myles Garrett's out. And then, who's the safety that's out?
Randall?
No, Randall got thrown out. Is it Barrett?
Burnett,
thank you. Burnett is out. So their defense is hurting a little bit, but I don't think Dolphins are good. So Browns, I'm going with Browns as well. Lions and Redskins. This is another shitty game.
Drixel.
Lions are on the road. You're going Lions. Okay.
Drixel. You know I like Dwayne Haskins. Oh, State, baby.
Matt Stafford's going forever, apparently.
No, he's not. Drixel. Dwayne Haskins. Redskins at home.
I think I'm going to go with the Lions as well. I just don't think the Redskins are very good.
Jim Peterson.
Peterson isn't having an impact.
Yeah, you're going to have 1,000 yards, man. Look, Adrian Peterson, man.
Redskins versus the Jets.
The Raiders.
Oh, Raiders. That's the Redskins. I'm sorry. Raiders versus the Jets.
The Raiders. Definitely picking the Raiders.
Okay. Raiders.
You know the Jets ain't that bad, but I like the Raiders, man.
Raiders have been on a rise lately.
The Chiefs better not lose.
They are what? 6-4. Shout out to the Raiders.
Right, David Carr. You ain't gonna draft a quarterback now.
I'm gonna go with the Raiders as well. I don't think the Jets are very good.
Go down like Le'Veon Crowder,
Le'Veon Bell,
Darnold.
His head is out in the media right now because they keep drug testing this guy.
Well, he was passing it, so shit.
I don't disagree with him, but
because they keep testing.
He's been tested like 5 times. He said, and he passes every time. Giants and Bears. This game sucks.
Yeah, come on, man. Just mark it.
Mark who?
The Bears.
Okay. Bears over the Giants for you. Bears are at home. I'll go with the Bears too. It's Giants are good. Panthers Saints. Ooh. Panthers Saints. Saints are at home.
Is it coming? Is it? Nope. I'm saving it.
Okay, good. Save it. Because the Panthers are 5-5.
The Saints.
Saints.
Allen stinks. He had a couple of little good games, and y'all jumped on his bandwagon.
Yeah. He hasn't been performing well, and people are even saying that maybe Cam Newton better get his job back next year. We'll see what happens.
I'm
going Saints. They're at home. They're pretty much unstoppable at home. Drew Brees, you better fucking ball out and need some fantasy points.
Yeah, give me 25.
Seahawks are at the Eagles.
My game of the week.
That's terrible.
Game of the week.
I don't know why. Eagles aren't very good.
No, the Seahawks. You the one think Carson Wentz better than Prescott.
When did I ever say that?
People at work be saying it.
Well, people at work need medicine. Who you going? Eagles are home.
The Seahawks.
Well, Seahawks. Oh, you jumping on that bandwagon, are you?
No, I'm jumping on Future's baby mama.
Oh, that's good. But yeah, I'm going Seahawks.
You just don't believe in Carson Wentz and Alshon Jeffrey.
I don't know why I want to keep calling him Russell Westbrook at this point, but Russell Wilson, thank you, goodness. Brain fart. Still my MVP. Still getting it done. Buccaneers, Falcons, this game is complete trash. Falcons home, I'm going Falcons. I know you're going Falcons. You say you're not going to lose again, so.
You counted them out too early, didn't you?
They're not coming back. Bills, Broncos, this game stinks too.
The Bills.
You're going Bills?
Let's pay the Bills.
Broncos are on a roll. I'm going Broncos this year.
Wow.
Yeah, they're on a roll, man. 2 in a row.
Sutton.
Steelers, Bengals.
The Steelers.
Steelers over the Bengals.
No, you know what? Change that.
Okay.
I'm picking the Bengals.
Good for you. I was about to go to the Bengals just because all the shit that the Steelers have had to deal with. Their starting center is out. But I'm still going to go Steelers. Bengals aren't very good. Jags and Titans, another mediocre-ass game.
The Jaguars.
The Jags, your breath stinks.
Yeah, right.
I'm going Titans. My boy Tannehill's out there doing his thing. Ooh, baby. Patriots and the Cowboys.
Game of the week.
How's this only a 4:00 game? This should be Sunday or Monday.
No, it shouldn't. We can tune your ass in at 4.
Who you going with? Patriots are at home, mind you. Patriots are top 5 defense and have one of the top 2 quarterbacks of all time.
Come on, Dallas.
You going Dallas?
You can go pick him.
Wait, are you not going Dallas?
I'm going Dallas.
Okay. I'm going to do this with my heart and my head. I'm going to go Cowboys as well. Packers and 49ers.
Game of the week.
Stinky breath. Who you picking, Stevie?
Where they playing at?
49ers are home.
I'm going to go with discount double check, man. Sorry to pick against you.
Damn you. I hate to agree with you again, but I was going Aaron Rodgers.
Sorry to pick against you, man.
I mean, he'll be out in the sun, back home. I think he played for Cal, if I'm not mistaken, back in his college days. Yeah. I'm going to go with Aaron Rodgers as well. I think he'll take down the 49ers. Ravens and Rams, another good one. Wow.
What?
Wow.
What's wrong with you, man?
Were you that deep in thought, or did you?
I actually was that deep in thought. Actually,
no, you weren't. Submit the applications, people.
Ha!
Video apps. Send them in to me.
Oh, that's gonna be another. It's 4 games of the week this week.
I said it. You didn't even know that I said the game already. So
You
weren't deep in thought. You were
Actually, I was.
Ravens or Rams? I'm gonna get you a coffee next time you're on the show.
It's hard to pick against Lamar right now, man.
The Rams are at home.
And Gurley, but
Rams are at home. Jared Goff, Gurley.
man, you just like that roster, man.
Cooper
And
Kupp.
Cooks, yeah, man. I just can't pick against Lamar right now, man.
You're going
I'm going
Ravens?
with Michael Vick.
You're going Vikings? I mean the Falcons?
No, I'm going with the Ravens.
Okay, we'll say Ravens. He's not Michael Vick.
Yeah, part 2.
I'm going Ravens as well, man. I think the Ravens are unstoppable right now. And I think the Rams have dropped off tremendously from their Super Bowl year of last year.
No, they did. They dropped off a little.
And is Cook still injured? He wasn't playing last week.
He's playing this week. They already said him and Robert Woods. So they got all of them is back. So much for Reynolds, whoever had him in fantasy.
You know who won't be back? You next episode. 'Cause you
Come on with them glasses, man.
Falling asleep twice on camera on the show. So yeah, picks are. I mean, Dante picked them. I don't think there's any more questions. I think we're gonna wrap it up before he falls asleep again. As usual, if you're on Twitter, B&W Just Sports, go follow us on Twitter. If you are on Instagram, Black and White Just Sports on Instagram, follow us on Instagram. Go to Facebook. We have Black and White Just Sports. We have the group and the page. Like the page, join the group, come into discussion. YouTube. Go to YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube page. Watch old episodes. Share old episodes. Watch the latest episode. Excuse me. And then again, all the kind of out of breath. I'm doing all the talking. All the podcasts, Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Castbox, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and Stitcher. If you have any of those apps that you listen to podcasts on, check us out as well. So with that being said, for Sleepy Boy over here, we're going to wrap it up. For Black and White Just Sports, I'm Pat.
I'm Dante.
We will catch y'all out next week. Well, maybe us. This guy might be gone. So, again, submit your video applications. I might need a new host next week. Bye.